That's something I want you guys to think about. Think about it deeply for a while. And what does it really mean to be living, to be alive, feeling alive? Why is it that we find ourselves just in the survival mode, survival state? For why? What I've been thinking lately is, what does it mean to actually be living? And I feel like to answer that question, we need to think about what it means to be here in the moment. Because if you are living, it means that you are alive, you are aware, you are focused, you know what's going on around you, you're locked in, you're taking in every moment, you're feeling it, you are here, you are present. So that's what I kind of mean by being alive. I don't mean going on fucking trips to Bali every fucking 3 weeks and shit and flying first class. It doesn't mean living. I mean like in whatever you are doing, you are here presently. You are enjoying the moments. You are experiencing the fuck ups, the bad times. You're just being a person. Now, the opposite of that, I think, is just survival mode, surviving. And I don't mean it in a sense of, fuck, we're just hustling to get through the day and whatever. I think it's more like in 2026, for the most of us, middle class, upper middle class, it's just about, we can't get into that mindset of just surviving. We are doing things for the sake of doing it, just to get through the day, getting through the week, the month, just paying bills. Go into a job just for the sake of having a job, just so you can pay the salary. Well, yes, I know jobs can be shitty, but does that mean you have to not, connect, speak with your coworkers, the people you work with, try and have input, try and have say, trying to have some creativity in the work you are doing. Imagine just waking up every day and zoning out from the drive to work, because the drive to work is shitty and stressful, and then you get to work and then you're zoning everyone out, just doing the bare minimum, and then coming home and zoning your life out, just watching a series and a movie. And I think it's easy to fall into that trap in 2026 of just survival and zone everything out, just dissociate from life, where even when we in our social circles, everything is just surface level and nothing deeper or more meaningful. And it can be a very sad reality if you don't remind yourself to actually love. Now we need to break it down, because I feel like once you understand, or you can grasp or write down for yourself what loving means and being alert as a human being is, then you can become more aware when you start going into that survival mode. And I feel like when I speak about survival mode, like I've explained before, survival mode in 2026 is very different from survival mode 200 years ago. Survival mode now is basically just becoming a zombie, just going through shit, just consuming without no end goal. Nothing's gonna feel like it satisfies us unless we establish what is life for us. And I think it's something that is not taught to us in high school, it's not taught to us in university, where you need to reflect on what is a life that is worth living for yourself. Is your idea of life. What does it mean to be alive? What does it mean to be here? Yes, you can incorporate things from religion, from philosophy, from conversations with other people, but it's important, I think, to sit down, think about it, reflect on it, and write it down, or just structure it in your brain, so when you stop living and you go into survival mode, you can actually realize like, hey bruh, what the fuck is happening with my life? A couple of months went by and I didn't even realize, didn't lock in, nothing meaningful came from that. Because with the current economy and shit, a lot of us are just working to survive. And then we just working to work. So we surviving to work and working to survive. Meaning that we're getting into our jobs, we're doing whatever needs to happen, there's no career growth, there's no room for career growth. We know we're going to be stuck in this position for a long ass time, and it's just bringing in, it's just paying the bills, and that's all we're doing. We going to work just to pay the bills, and we're just living like that onwards in this cycle. Now and then we do have our little moments where we connect with people, or we go out, we get a little fucked up, or we go out, we do something meaningful, but for the most of it, that's just life, this treadmill of mindless hustling. And I think more can come from this. I feel like we live in a society where more is needed, something more deeper, something more meaningful. And I'm not saying this fake fucking meaningful where people buy shit from Temu and you want to just put branding on it and resell it. I mean actually getting into that level of letting our creativity run. Everything now is being made in sweatshops or being made by AI or just being mass produced, and it's all just fucking corporate slop. Whereas I feel like people who are doing crafts, artisanal shit where they are actually inputting their sense of personality, their individualism into their work. It could be those people who blow glass and make those glass ornaments, or coffee shop owners, or people who run a restaurant. Well, you know, wherever you have some creative input into the work you are doing, you do, okay, graphic design is getting phased out now. Web design is also getting phased out. But like there were points when we could have done this shit, you know, he had like a personal input on it. The job just felt more satisfying because, you know, you were putting your own twist, your own something. You were feeling smart because you've created something, you've done something, hey, something that you can look at and be proud of. And now like everything is just expected to all just be the same, operate on just the same code, the same operation. That's why AI can just infiltrate into a lot of jobs, because it's the expectation now is we all just expect the same thing. There's no more uniqueness, there's no more craft in anything. And yes, this video is sounding fucking bleak, but just hear me out for a bit, because where I want to go with this then is I feel like there's becoming a bigger gap in the market. Because now obviously with people who are already like solidified into their professions and shit, and things are getting very AI incorporated, their workload is becoming less, but you know, salaries are still staying the same. There are a lot of people who have money to spend on what we just consider pointless shit. But we can make point to those pointless shits by, you know, putting in our personality into it, removing the slop, because we constantly fight in this market of slop and shit that's coming in cheap. Whereas I think there's still value in a market for, you know, artisanal shit, you know, some gourmet shit. What the fuck is the word I'm looking for? Bespoke, you know, something unique, something one of a kind, something that you can say, I bought this item because I like the owner, the manufacturer, the artist behind it. I found value in what they were creating. It's something that I find is unique. Because yeah, man, everything around us is not unique. All the cars are starting to look the same. All the businesses, branding are starting to look the same. All the food is starting to taste the same. It's like just becoming more and more homogeneous, where there's nothing really standing out. No experience really blows my mind. Like I had this phase a couple of months ago where I was going to different restaurants, you know, just trying to feel for a different experience, a different type of food. And I've tried it, like there was Turkish, there was Asian, there was your normal, just, I don't know, normal type of restaurant type shit. It doesn't really fit into a cultural area. But you know what I've noticed with all the food, all the vibe, all of them now are doing the same shit. Like the feel, the atmosphere inside is somewhat the same. Maybe the decor looks slightly different. They all doing this thing of hiring out the hookah pipe now. Even the halal restaurants now are serving wine. So it's all like the same experience across the board. With it also, the food is now starting to taste the same, because they all got like the same sauces, the same flavors. You can go to a Turkish restaurant and you can get American barbecue. It's a bit strange, hey? Like they're just trying to cater to everyone, you end up just becoming what everything else is. It's like just all losing its uniqueness and its spark. But maybe I'm overthinking this, maybe I'm just fucking talking shit, maybe I'm just making content for the sake of content, and you'll never fucking know, my bro. But you know how it goes. Like, comment and subscribe if you made it this far.